So what are you gonna do? You're snowed in and you have a spontaneous day off. Read. I'm actually enjoying this book a lot more than I thought I would. So when I was in Barnes & Noble and I was just picking different books that I wanted to take home, I also read the first chapter and I thought the first chapter was super interesting. I didn't know this was a nonfiction book. It reads like a fiction book. Or at least it reads like a story where you just want to keep turning the pages because it almost feels like you're watching something. I am very thoroughly and pleasantly surprised by this book. I also have a favorite genre and I feel like it's very niche, but I love the Uncharted video game. And I loved the movie that came out. I really like The Adventures of Tintin, Nancy Drew, the adventure mystery genre, but not just any like adventure mystery genre. It has things like Outer Banks where you're looking for treasure, the detective mystery stuff, but you're like Sherlock Holmes vibes as well, but with like Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, I think that's the right one, the one that's like the Caribbean one. You have like my favorite niche right there, and this is fitting in that niche. I wish that they would grab this and make this into a movie or a TV show. I would be eating it up. I'm gonna finish my tea. I'm gonna read some more, but I'm gonna finish my tea, and when my tea's done, I'm gonna put away my clothes like a responsible adult that I am. I made myself some English breakfast tea. I feel a little tired, so hopefully that's gonna be enough caffeine to kind of put a little pep in my step. I separate this into two piles, closet and dresser. Everything that's going in the closet is gonna go near the closet on my bed, and everything that's going in the dresser is going right here. I made my boyfriend a better dresser when I showed him Uniqlo. I love Uniqlo. I literally will rep Uniqlo unless they do something controversial, but you know. So far we have something nice. I routinely just declutter my closet and dresser, and I've been feeling the urge again. I'm trying to pull out the things that I don't wear as often and styling them to see if I can give them new life before I do that, because I do think that when you purchase clothes, and a lot of the times when we purchase clothes, it comes from like a trendy mindset, and even though I've worked really hard on not falling into trends, I still have items in my closet that I thought I would have loved and used a lot, but I just don't really touch the same way. Something that I believe that one should always do is just actively try to style the piece first in ways that you think you would love. And if it's still not hitting, then you should just go ahead and donate the piece. Find like a local place to do it. Be sustainable. Some people, especially here when it's winter time, don't have winter clothes or even clothes to go under their winter clothes. So it's always nice to be able to give to the local area first, and if that's not possible, then obviously it's going to go to a thrift store. But a lot of people don't have socks. They don't have access to keeping their toes warm. And one thing about me is that if I'm cold and if my toes and fingertips are cold, then I'm going to be cranky. So no wonder they're pissed. These people, of course, have to deal with cold toes. That is such a miserable thing to deal with. My closet. I will say, I do think that my closet is pretty cool, although it is in a dire need of a clean out of all sorts and reorganization. But then I found Uniqlo, and these jeans are bomb. Case closed. Let me show you my shoes. I'm a Converse fan. I feel like if I ever had the opportunity to collab with Converse, I would scream because I'm a Converse fan. I'm ready to part with this. I think this is god-awful ugly. This is a This is a piece that I know I don't want anymore. I've tried styling it. I don't even know why I got it. Truth be told, I saw everybody shopping on Shein years ago, and before I understood the fast fashion industry and understood what was happening with Shein, I went on Shein and like purchased this because this was like a cute thing at the time. I hate this. I have never worn this. This is what happens when you feed into trends and don't listen to what you actually like, okay? This has to go. To shop secondhand, because look at this. How gorgeous this is. Oh, it's from there, okay? And look at the designs that it has. It has the puffy sleeves, and then it has these gorgeous designs. And then it has this little cuffed, that part. This is one of the cutest things I own, and I love wearing her. And every time I wear her, she gets an insane amount of compliments, and then they're always like, where did you get it? And I'm like, I shopped secondhand. The lady, if I remember correctly, said that she got this in the 70s. Thank you! Shopping secondhand is this really cute cardigan. Look at this. Here's another example of a thrift find. Now, you may think, ew, this is ugly. That's fine. You don't have to like it. Here's another one. I thrifted this from this young Mexican girl, and she has a beautiful store. Here's an example of something that I just don't really wear at all. I bought this for work, just to have a little bit more of a classy option for work and something that would keep me warm, and I just don't really wear her. But this is an example of something that I just need to learn how to style, because I see potential in here. I see the vision, and I'm gonna try it out first before I decide to part ways with it, because I haven't given it a fair chance, and that's not really nice to me. And it's definitely not nice to my bank account, because I bought it and then I didn't wear it, even though the purpose of me buying it was to clearly not have it shoved in there. You know, it's not for display when I open the closet, it's to be on my body, okay? So this is an example of I haven't really allowed this piece to work with me and me work with the piece, okay? Even though I don't really gravitate to it and don't like it right now, I could potentially like it if I learn to fall in love with the way that it's supposed to work. Here we have some of my purses. I have 2 drawers filled with purses. It is insane. I definitely need to donate. I think that there is gonna be better homes to appreciate the purses, but I have a purse problem. I just love purses and accessories. What else are we supposed to do? It's snowing outside. It's pretty, but I don't want it in my backyard. I don't want to go outside. I'm sorry, but I don't know how you snow people go out and enjoy your time. Me in winter, we're not like this. As a matter of fact, we're like this. I'm almost halfway through this book. I'm gonna read some more. I have still my Animal Crossing ambiance playing in the background. I've had about like 3 cups of teas. I think 2. But I could be hopping on my 3rd because I am freezing. Although I'm not really helping my case because I just finished my pistachio ice cream. This is honestly such great ice cream. It is a right to be able to speak, read, and write. But unfortunately, that is not viewed as a right in many countries. This book has helped me learn a new word, acquiesce, which means to reluctantly allow something. Let me look it up and see how correct I was.
Acquiesce.
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 Okay, I said it right, okay. And it is a verb, and it means to accept something reluctantly but without protest. Love expanding my vocabulary, especially with what's going on now. I urge you that you need to start documenting your knowledge, and you really need to start practicing it. I also would recommend learning how to speak eloquently. If you see me in the same clothes, that's because I have a washer and dryer. If you're considering, wow, she like wears the same clothes in all her videos, ask yourself, why does that matter?